What happened with what? I'm starting now. Good afternoon. We're in the border between Kyrgyzstan up here and Tajikistan down here. And I managed to locate Mount Lenin, which Marcel Beck requested that I attempt a landing on. It's a little bit of a crazy endeavor I'm going to attempt because Mount Lenin is 7 kilometer up. The summit is 7 kilometers up, Lenin Peak. And 7,134 meters, so that's 23,000 feet. The little airplanes I usually fly in this flight simulator, the Cessna 152 and the Cessna and the Savage Cub, they only go up to about 14,000 feet. So this is going to be an issue, but we're gonna attempt it. What I'm doing here is I'll switch that map off here. I found the location in Microsoft Flight Simulator. If I zoom out, you can see where we are on Earth here. Basically, this friend of mine, he's from Kyrgyzstan, which is a bit to the north here. Bishkek, the capital's around there, I believe. And yeah, Central Asia, part of the world I've never been to, not familiar with, but you know, the Himalayas are nearby there. Afghanistan's the southwest there. And basically the highest mountains in the world are located in this area around here. And to land an airplane up here, you know, in this flight simulator, I don't know if it's gonna really work. The planes I'm usually used to flying are this one, the Savage Cub, max altitude 14,000 feet. Okay, no way. I mean, I could try it, just see what happens, but I think it'll just drop like a rock. We could try it. We'll see. Then we have the Cessna 152 and 172 that I'm more used to flying. 14,700, 14,000 feet. Nope, we're looking for 23,000 feet max altitude. So the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan would do it. I'm not going to land a jet up there. That's just really not going to work. I mean, we can try everything, you know, just to see what happens. I haven't even flown a jet in this game yet. The only one that I have flown before, have a little bit of experience with, that has a ceiling above the altitude is the Daher TBM 930. And oh, I have a little hair thing on my mouse here. And this has a max altitude of 31,000 feet, so that's about 6,000 feet above the summit of this mountain that we're going to attempt to land on. So I'm going to start with this one, but you know, it's a turboprop, it's a faster aircraft. It's probably always covered in snow, that summit, so I just don't even know if as soon as I touch it, I think it'll give me the message that I blew up or my landing gear was damaged. So we're gonna try it and see what happens. But before I go to the Daher, let's just see what happens if I click the Savage one, for example. Alright, even if it's above the ceiling, the place we're gonna go to. I'll click on that. Now what I do is, what I'm trying to do to find this location is, obviously I looked in Google Maps and I have the location there. That's Mount Lenin. This little lake here is my Karakol Lake, is my main landmark. And then it's going to be a heading of around 310. It's a northwest heading from that lake. So let's begin at this lake and head northwest to see what happens. Okay, where is it? Here. I'm gonna begin at this lake and let's actually, no, excuse me. Let's click that. Let's try attempt to click directly on Mount Lenin with this plane, and let's see what happens when I click in, and if it just drops like a rock. It put me at 23,000 feet. If that plane then drops like a rock, maybe that's what happens. Okay, so I think it's right here. I don't know if you can see that well. I think it's right here. That's the peak. I'm gonna click there. I'm gonna set departure. Alright, and I'm gonna click fly, and we're gonna see what happens. I've never tried this before. I've never flown in this area with giant mountains and the small plains. I managed to, the closest I've done is I landed on Mount Fuji the last time I played this, and it's been a while. I don't think I played this at all last week. I went on a bit of an Elite Dangerous binge, which has been fun, and I will keep playing Elite, but after a while in the black I like to see light and, you know, get back on Earth for a little bit. Okay, so here's my little, okay, there, that's Mount Lennon, I believe, on the top right there. I'm already, they didn't put me above it, it's a little bit below, so I'm already gonna have problems here, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to climb. I'm gonna drop like a rock. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, my airspeed is dropping like a rock. I can try to get my, yeah, let's get a lot of heat in here. I can try to get my choke up down to, yeah, there's just, I mean, look at this. I'm just not going to be able to climb up there unless I really click directly on it and I just fall onto it. Alright. So if this little airplane is not going to good. Hey, Grizzly Adam, Elite Dangerous. I like to just call it Elite. I don't like that they added name Dangerous to the name. I prefer just call it Elite. I don't know why they called it Dangerous, because I guess that was one of the... This is not going to work. Let's just do a test of what happens when you touch the snow of this plane. If it just gives you the message that you crashed. Beautiful graphics here. I don't know if this is called the Himalayas as well. I think it's the same mountain range. Border between Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. We're going to attempt to land on this Mount Lennon. Let's just try to do a little very unusual landing. There's a lot of wind. It's the wind from the mountain is pushing me to the left. Okay, a little bit of a stall horn there. Elite Dangerous. Yeah, they should have just called it Elite. Oh, and it works. You can land on the snow. Okay, so that's a nice test. You can land on snow. Okay, but this is not Mount Lennon here. Oh, look at that. And it's just like the wind just lifting me up again. I think the original Elite had different ranks and Dangerous, and the current one does as well. I know Elite is one of the ranks, and Dangerous was one of the ranks. I don't know why they decided to call the game that. It's so awkward. It has the colon, and then the word Dangerous. I actually wrote a little thing about that a while back. Maybe I'll link to it on the chat. But yeah, I prefer to just call it Elite as well, if that's what you mean. How are you doing, Grizzly? Yeah, I'm just gonna land. This is just a little test to see if this. Ooh. My airspeed gauge is gone. I think I'm icing up here. See, it stopped at it's dead, the airspeed gauge. Okay, I'm gonna try to land on this. I don't know if it's a glacier. It looks like a glacier. These things are starting to disappear with climate change. Slowly and hopefully not all of a sudden very quickly, like seems it's gonna happen. This video game is a little bit of a way for you. It's a great way for you to see the world during this time of the pandemic and stuff, from the safety of your own home. All right, landing on a glacier here near Mount Lennon. This is not on Mount Lennon because this plane only goes at 40,000 feet ceiling. Strong wind here. Very strong wind. All right. So I'm not on Mount Lennon. This is not mission accomplished here. This was a test. BBL at work. Oh man. Do you have to? Do you work from home, or do you actually have to go to work? Thanks for dropping by to watch. If you want to watch Elite, I'll probably switch to that a bit later. But right now, this is really for my friend Marcel Beck. I want to try to attempt to land on Mount Lennon. He's from Kyrgyzstan originally, although he's a citizen of the world, I believe. Like I consider myself. And he wanted to see if this was possible. Okay, so I think it's right here. If I turn on the Google map and we take a look at it. Alright, this Peak of Oktorbsky. And this is Lennon Peak. Alright. 7 kilometers up. That's about, what was it? What did I say? 23,500 feet roughly. So I need an airplane that has a ceiling above 23,000 feet. And then we're gonna click on that little icon over there, and we're gonna try to land on this here, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's switch back. Maybe it's this one. I think it's right there. I'm gonna click there. But you know what? Let's approach it from the lake, and then I'm gonna get a bearing here. What I do this is I get this little thing here, which is a compass, rows of back azimuth that I made. You know, using information on the internet, and you can download a Hypertier. Do I even have a thing here? Let's see. Did I put this on my commands? I should, because this is I use this. I'll tell people about this a lot. Do I have compass here? I don't. Oh, okay, let's put it in right now. Let's add this to my. I'm going to ask, because I want to be nice also, to my Nightbot, my little digital assistant here. I'm gonna add a command, and I'm gonna call it compass. So whenever I type this, you'll get this link, okay? So that you can go and download this and print it and use it yourself. Because I use this for a lot of games. Actually, I use it for mostly flight games, but it's useful even in real life. Okay, let's see if that worked. I don't know if there's a delay. Let's see if that works. Compass. Okay, there you go. So there you get that little link. You can see what I'm using. So basically what I do is I get this piece of paper and actually put it on my screen, against my screen here. Because the paper, when you put it against the screen, you know, the screen emits light, and then the paper is kind of transparent, and you can actually see more or less the bearing from where I am to where I want to go, and you get a rough estimate. So it's about 300. So I'm gonna place myself here. I'm gonna point north, right in the lake here. Let's put it right in the middle of the lake, and I'm gonna point myself north, and I'm just gonna try to get a bearing 300 from here. Set as departure, but this plane is only 14,400 feet, so it's not gonna be able to get to the 23,000 feet, 20,500 feet that we need for Mount Lennon. So let's go all the way to the left here, and let's try the Dahar. I mean, this thing is much faster. I don't even know what's the landing speed of a Dahar. Dahar TBM 930. 85 knots. Okay, well, we're gonna try it. There it goes. I do want to change the fuel. I'm gonna make it as light as possible. Let's put it at 25%. Okay. Let's fly. Let's give it a shot. BBL at work. BBL. I don't have work right now. This is my work right now. Alright, here we are. Ready to fly. What direction am I going in? I'm going north. Okay, so I'm going to go to bearing 300. Let's switch to bearing 300 here. Okay. And then we'll just see Lennon Peak come up ahead somewhere. Okay, I'm looking down here. There it is, 300. Okay, I'm looking at the bearing over here. So it should be the highest mountain I see up ahead. Try to trim this turboprop. I don't know if there's a... How's my airspeed? Seems okay. I don't know if there's a choke for this type of aircraft or it's all automated. Oh, my little hearts disappeared from the wings. There was an update, maybe that overwrote them. I'll take that out later, but it's gonna have to be without them for now. I'm really getting pulled. I'm trying to trim this. There you go, that's better. A lot of turbulence up here. So I would imagine that one there to the left, I imagine that that's Mount Lennon. Or maybe that thing. Whichever one looks the tallest. Okay, I'm dropping altitude here. Let's try to climb. A lot of turbulence. I have some sort of flashing warning here. Torque. Okay, let's go back on the torque a little bit. Differential pressure. Alright, a lot of new challenges in this. Do I have to turn on the oxygen? Maybe. A lot of new challenges in this. Flying at this height. In a pretty unfamiliar aircraft. I've only flown this once. How do I reduce the torque? Fuel control. Let's get the trim. Neutral here. Flaps. It's a bit too much now. Quite sensitive, this little trim control. The question is, which one is Mount Lennon? Is it that one? Or is it down? The tallest one probably, I'll assume. I think it's that one there. Wonderful vista here. I think it's still part of the Himalayas. Okay, still have a torque warning. Let's Google it. Torque warning. TBM. Flight simulator. Let's see if there's anything about that. Yeah, maybe it's a bug, who knows? I mean, we're going to attempt, I probably don't even need to worry too much about torque because we're going to attempt a landing at 7,000 kilometers on the top of a mountain here. So I think torque is not going to be one of our main problems. Although I would like to figure out what to do eventually, because this is it's a pretty fun plane to fly. Throttle control. Whoa. Let's reverse. Don't want to do that. Okay, I'm just doing some crazy stuff here at 28,000 feet right now. Powerful airplane. Oh, look at the moon. Beautiful. Flying over the Himalayas. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Lennon Peak, I believe, is one of these here. Now I climbed so fast that I don't. Am I flying over it now? I don't even know any longer. We'll try to land. We'll try to land in one of these to see how it goes. If it's even possible. Keeps telling me landing gear in this plane. Pretty annoying. Whenever you put your throttle to idle, it tells you landing gear. Doesn't like throttle at idle. It thinks you're gonna land and fly over Landing Peak? Or is this one here maybe? Let's pretend it's this one over here. It seems to be one of the tallest ones. I'm gonna lose some height first. Alright, let's attempt to land over here on the top of this one, alright? So I'm gonna circle once. Very creaky the airplane right now. A lot of turbulence. Bright blue. Is this the peak maybe? Does this look taller than the one behind me? It does, huh? Maybe it's this one. Okay, let's try this one. Looks a bit more difficult. Put the flaps down. Flaps are down. Can I make this shut up? For goodness sake. I'm just gonna have to... I'll drop the landing gear to make it shut up. So I'm gonna have to go around again because the landing gear is not gonna come out in time. Yeah, let's go around again. Trying to land a TBM 130. Well, am I at 7,000 kilometers? I'm at 23. Yeah, I think this is it. This is probably the landing speed right here. Let's put the gear up again. Let's put the flaps up and we're gonna come around for another pass. Not sure what direction the wind is coming from. Let's climb a little bit. Differential pressure warnings related to flying at this height, probably. Handle here. I think it's a little bit of a spot there in the cockpit. I thought it was maybe another airplane nearby. I don't know how many people will be flying over around here that are not in a jet. Really not many. I should have looked at what direction the wind was coming from, although it's probably different over that lake than over this mountain here. I imagine the wind direction changes quite a bit when you're up in the mountains. Was feeling pretty good, the landing approach from that angle. See, we're gonna land right, we're gonna attempt to land right there. Not a lot of space, especially with TBM 130. I'm not in a Savage Cub, I'm on a Cessna 152. I'm in a turboprop. Much longer landing rotation distance. But here we go, flaps down. Let's see what happens. Flaps down. I have to put quite a bit of trim down on the airplane, on the aircraft. It's this thing over here. I move it down. I'm gonna put the landing gear down to make this even more than just landing. I just want to make this system here shut up. Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear. Go crazy. Okay. All right. I'm at idle power here. Landing gear's down, so I don't have the bitching Betty here bugging me. That's where I'm going. So I have to get a little bit lower. I could land from that direction and go uphill. That's another option, but let's try this first and let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to land over there in Mount Lenin, border of Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Don't know what happened with the little hearts on top of my wings, but I'm gonna have to do it without them at this time. Alright, and that's our landing spot right there. Try to turn a little bit to lose a bit of airspeed. I'm coming in pretty hot here. Alright, now let's pull up to clear the... Try to have an outside view. Alright, not too bad. Let's try to stay down here. Come on, stop. Oh, and it couldn't do it. Hey, gear up. Whoa. It's pretty, huh? Border of Tajikistan and that's Mount Lenin, I think, where Murat wanted me to land with myself back. That's cool. So you can touch the snow. I guess it's a bit icy. I don't know if it simulates the iciness like in Super Mario Brothers when you're in the ice world. You like you move and you don't really stop as easily as when you're in a regular world. But what's going on now? Cabin oxygen, use oxygen mask, and the torque. I don't know how to fix that. I did turn on the oxygen, didn't I? Oxygen. Turn on, okay. Stand by, deploy for the passengers. So I don't know why it's complaining. I turned it on. Isn't there something down here too? Pressurization, I have an alto. What else? What's this? Dump. Dump. Normalize cabin pressure. Alright, I don't know why the heck it's beeping me at that. Let's just stay in the outside view so I don't hear it. Okay, so I attempted to... We got it, but the plane wouldn't stop. I don't know if I was pressing the wrong button from the brakes or just so much wind that I just took off again. We're gonna try again. I think this is Mount Lenin. We'll see. I just have to send the recording to Marcel back because he doesn't seem to be here right now. It's alright. I would prefer to call it something else, you know. I don't want to like... Lenin was not a very good leader, okay? I mean, so I don't think he should have a mountain named after him. Okay, alright. Flaps down, gears down, let's try again. Use of phone by PIC prohibited. Dumping all air during all aircraft operation. Okay, so you can't like text and fly here. Don't use your phone while you're... it's good they put that right on the airplane. You can hear the whine of the turboprop. Very annoying sound this. Let's see, turn off warning TBM simulator, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna fly over it, but I'm looking this up, so I'm gonna just have to go around. Oh, I'm gonna crash if I don't watch this, okay. Let's try coming the other way. I think I was going against the wind, but TBM 930, turn off warning tone, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's see if it tells me that. The first link is the manual of the actual airplane, okay? Mute, okay. I guess I'll just look at the real airplane, okay? Auro tone. Silence warning TBM MSFS 2020. Let's try that. Silence. For silence. Mute. AP trim this button. Okay. Where's the AP trim this button? Let's see. Can I get some help here? Let's see. Toggle active pause, camera, checklist, crash lever. It's this oxygen mask thing, and I turned on the oxygen, so maybe it's a bug, I don't know. I mean, the oxygen is on. It's really annoying to fly with this. Alright, let's turn around and try to land again. That's where I want to land, to the left of the screen there. On a mountain, 7 kilometers up with TBM 930. Let's try again. Okay, flaps are down, landing gears down. Cut power. Okay, let's get let's trim nose up a little bit. Let's see, keep an eye on where I'm going here. Yeah, very annoying. I turned on the oxygen, and that warning doesn't go off. Pretty annoying, but we're just gonna have to go in with it. Here we come. Attempting to land on Mount Lenin, the border of Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with a TBM 930, which is a the closest type of propeller airplane that can fly this height that I've flown before. I can try. Here we go. Looking pretty good. All right, not too bad. Oh. Bit of a bounce. Let me put brakes. Oh, I think I'm gonna do it. And I think I'm gonna do it. One, two, bus! All right. And here we are. I believe we are on top of Mount Lenin. Alright, Marcel Beck is not gonna believe this, or maybe he'll like it. Let's turn everything off so this thing probably hopefully shuts up. Okay, is this what Master? Here you go, there you go, it's there. It was right in front of me. Okay, Master Conscious, turn that off. It's like in an F-16, okay? It's I'm used to more flying an F-16 than one of these planes. Fantastic. Alright, what was that? At 35. I'll put that down for a little clip later. MS, FS. So this was at 0:35 minutes, okay. Ooh, just forgot to vent my little Frostblade Newt here. And this makes me wish I really could step out of the plane, like an elite. You'd be able to step out of eventually the airplane there. Okay, let's turn off I'm gonna turn off the engine of if I figured out how. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of help from the gods of usability up here on the top of the screen. And what was this checklist, right? Okay. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Engine start after takeoff. Engine start. Let's see. Ignition. Where is that? It's up here. Wow. Okay. Can I just turn it off? There you go. Off. That one's off. Where is this? That's off. Turn everything off here. I really don't know what I'm doing. Source, okay. Off. Off. Will this turn on my prop? No. Still on. Wow, okay. How do I turn these props off? Is the plane buggy, or I just don't know what I'm doing? Most likely I don't know what I'm doing. Engine start, ignition off. That's off. Alright, after engine start, throttle. Cut off. Here you go. There you go. Alright. Fantastic. We've landed on Mount Lenin. This is a little... didn't think I'd be able to do it, but it wasn't too bad actually. With a turboprop I could get there. So let's switch back to Elite. Okay. Return the activity menu. Beautiful game. Photorealistic graphics. All right. I will be right back. While I switch to Elite.